Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day. And although this series is for women, but this one is still a continuation from last week, and this is for the man. How to respond to a woman. Now, in this little clip, I'm not going to explain to you how to be a good man in all aspects, just in this one aspect. When your wife comes over to you and she says, what do you say about this new outfit or any garment or anything that she shows you? The way women's brains work is they want you to go into detail. Now, with a garment, let's give the example of a garment. It could take you under 2 minutes. I promise you it's worth the investment. It's worth the investment for 2 minutes. The first thing is don't give an answer. Don't say good, don't say pretty, don't say nice, don't say adorable. Because it basically means, shut up, I gave you the answer, leave me alone. That's the worst thing you could tell a woman. When she asks you, and don't bark either. When she asks you, what do you say about this outfit? The first thing is spend 2 to 3 seconds. That might for you feel like a half an hour, but I'm telling you it's going to be only 2 to 3 seconds. And you look at the outfit, just look at it for 2 seconds. And then, don't say yet anything. Then ask her to turn around a little bit, just turn to your right or turn to your left. And look. Give a moment of attention. This is not faking it. This is actually giving her what she needs. And then ask her to turn around and tell her what you think about it. Tell her, which is obviously if she's buying something she likes, it must be good. If it's a color you like, you say that looks very good on you. If it's a color that she likes, you could smile. You don't have to lie. But you don't have to say the truth, because the truth would be, I don't like that color. And some people are just blunt, because you're asking me my opinion, I'll tell you my opinion. And when the woman goes crying, you're going to come running to me and saying, she asked me my opinion. What, am I supposed to lie to her next time? So let's say it's a color you don't like. You could look at her and say, you always told me you like that color. It really looks good. Well, you're basically saying, you always told me you like the color. It really looks good. It does look good to her. It looks good maybe to her friends. Now, if she asks you, do you like it? You could smile and say, I have a different taste, but I like that you got what you want and it suits you well. What's wrong with that? If you see, again, I'm being very brief, I'm missing out so many details. I'm just giving you a general picture. If she did something in the house or she made for you good food, don't just say the food is good. Oh, you changed around the furniture. So let's go to the furniture. Let's use that example. When you see the furniture moved around or something was changed in the house or the colors were changed or there's a new tablecloth or something that to you as a man is trivial, you go, oh, I noticed that used to be red. It's white now. You made her day. And then she'll talk about it. Listen, just spend 2 minutes and listen. You'll make her day. She needs it. And then if she doesn't go into details, ask her where she bought it. And she'll tell you where she ordered it. And ask her if she's happy with it. Just ask a few questions about it. If she made a new type of food, say, this is delicious. Is this your own recipe, your mom's? Did you get it from a friend? And she'll have what to tell you. She's probably got it online or from a friend. And she'll tell you how the first one didn't work and then the second one did work. And then she thought for sure it's going to flop and she was going to order more food. I'm telling you, there's going to be a 7-minute speech. And that's a short one. And like I said in the last series, if this is too difficult, marry a man. But these are simple things. And just like mentioned last week, if you could demand certain things for your wife, that takes way more than 2 minutes. You want it to be 20 minutes or 45 minutes. Or more. You just have to give a few minutes. I know it doesn't sit with you because you don't need it. But that's what love as a verb is. You don't give the person what you like. You give them what they like. And females generally like things differently than men. Thank you for being a good man. And I know for so many of you men that I have this discussion, you roll your eyes and you describe to me how difficult it is because you have never seen it as a child. You have never seen your dad that way. I get it. But we are in the generation, besides what other people say, this is what I see. We are in the generation where individuals, especially from the young generation, are working so hard on building their character. They're not going to mimic anymore the old generation, because if it's wrong and if it was hurtful, they will not do it. Sometimes it doesn't feel natural. Sometimes you even feel like as a weak man if you do these things. But I take off my hat and I congratulate you for your awesomeness, for building your character, for when you are nice to your wife. And what I mean being nice is doing what works for her, because you were always nice. You were nice from day one. But when you do things that works for her, it makes it a happy environment. When your house is happy, the children is happy. Then the kids mimic you, and then they don't have to spend tens and thousands of dollars on therapy, because they have to learn it all over again because they just mimicked you, that you mimicked your parents and your grandparents and great-grandparents. We are becoming a phenomenal generation, which we are, I'm not sure why, but we are clinging more to the truth versus to the tradition. I've never said this in my life. I love this. Thank you. We are clinging more to the truth than the traditions, regardless if the traditions came from holy and special people that everyone revered. Because if you're hurting someone, I don't care if it was done for 1,000 years. If you're not sensitive to someone, it doesn't matter if your great-grandfather did it. Today, we need to be sensitive. Today, we need to care. And today, we need to know what works for the other person. And to be very honest, as a father, I would like to love my adult children the way I like it. But I decided to use love as a verb, not as a noun, and to get excited with my own world of love. And my line to them and to other people that I'm close to is, I want to love you the way you want to be loved. And not always do I know, so please let me know. I'm humble. I'm not psychic, because every single person is different. And it happens to be, even within adult children, one person appreciates love in one way, yet the same biological child, not the same, a different biological child from the same father enjoys love in a different way. So it's not like other parents that don't know how this works. They get angry at their children. They get angry at their wives. They get angry at their husbands. They go, oh, you're just not appreciative. I try to be so nice to you. I'll finish up with a very painful story. Years ago, I had a talk with the husband, and he was telling me how all the stuff he buys for his wife and all the stuff he does for his wife, and he was going on and on, how he is one of the greatest lovers on planet Earth. I asked him point blank, in the last 9 years of marriage, when was the last time? I knew the answer because I spoke to his wife, but I wanted to hear his answer. I can't even say the story. I asked him, when was the last time you approached your wife and asked her, honey, what would you like or love as a gift? What would you want from me? And there was silence because there was no answer. And this is the same holy husband, good husband, generous husband that might have gone on vacations and had never even asked his wife if she wanted it. The same husband that made his wife in a 9-month carry everything around when they went on trips because he was the king. But he loved her. He was a good husband. Love is when you do things that they want, not what you want. I don't care if you spend $10,000 on your wife. They would rather you look them in the eyes and say to them, tell me a little bit about your day. And expect 15 minutes to an hour, please. Because they're not men. They are not going to say good, not because they're stupid, because they are different. So now you know, as a man, when your wife is in pain because she's not being noticed, her clothes is not being noticed, her actions are not being noticed, now you understand her pain and why she could even say that my husband is crazy or not nice or insensitive, because we as men are not feeding them what they need. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. I admire all of you and I respect you all, because I remember as a child, I looked around the adults around me. They would never learn or change from anything. It doesn't matter if it was right or wrong. If this is what we did and this is tradition, they had 2 fingers and they used it to put it into their ears when you try to explain that a little bit more sensitivity is needed. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for noticing it as well. See you next week and have a wonderful and delightful day.